Obviously, you love your language, you love your mother tongue. So,
I don't want to call it as mother tongue, it's a tongue. There is no father tongue.
but explain this to me. This is a
All
new.
right.
This is a new thing. Update my software. What do you mean by that?
Yes. Mother tongue, why do you want to call it as a mother tongue?
I don't know. I'm just saying what I've heard.
So I don't want to call it as a mother tongue. I want to call it as the language that is spoken, your tongue, whatever you speak. Okay? So...
Wait, but what's the problem with mother tongue? Explain that. That's what I'm asking you. It's like, why are you against calling?
Maybe, maybe mothers must be speaking different language. You pick up another language.
No, wait. I'm asking.
Lots of people.
I'm asking you, what is the...
Lots. In India, we are multilingual.
Yeah.
All of us are multilingual.
Yeah.
At least in the South, everybody knows more than 4 or 5 languages.
Sure.
Okay?
Yeah.
So there are lots of Kannada writers who are really Jnanapita awardees, most of them, like Masti Venkatesh Iyengar or, various other people, big names.
Yeah.
They are all, their house language was Tamil.
Yeah.
They wrote in Kannada. The language that is spoken inside the house and the language that you get engaged outside the house are different.
Yeah.
So, therefore, I feel that the language that you use and you get used to, you fall in love with, is your tongue. So there need not be a mother tongue, or because also there is no father tongue. Therefore, I would specifically didn't want to say, use the word mother tongue. All right, I forgot what we were talking about.
No, we were talking about your childhood and your inspiration, and I explained to me this thing. It's like what Kannada did to you as a young girl.
Yeah.
English medium. English.
See, when we were charged 10 paise if we spoke in Kannada.
Yeah.
As a school class leader, I also did this to many students. Even if they said one word in Kannada, I would charge them. Wouldn't let them go.
Yeah.
But when we came to the 8th standard high school, then the government made Kannada as compulsory. Until then, we had a choice of model science or something. Even if you didn't pass in Kannada, you would be passed.
Yeah.
You are passed and you go to the next class.
Yeah.
But in 8th standard, I had a teacher who was like typical old Kannada Pandit, He used to wear white dhoti, white kurta, and he had a grey hair. And we called him Kannada Panditru. His name is N.N. Madhyastha. And you could not enter the class. If you asked him, excuse me, sir, he would not look at you. Barla, sir, only then he would allow you. And he was very, very strict.
Yeah.
And he literally, he ridiculed us. Like,
why?
By 8th, you are also, if you didn't speak proper Kannada and you were speaking English, like he was, I don't know. That also angered a lot of us. It was, then I just challenged him and said, I will write Kannada. Let me challenge with you. I will do a good work in Kannada.
Yeah.
Then, like mad, I started reading Kannada novels, everything, like Shivram Karanth, all really big writers I had read in 9th, 10th, before 9th. I did not understand, but I did read.
Yeah.
I knew it. So I would always read aloud because I wanted to hear Kannada.
Yeah.
And this reading aloud probably also allowed me to listen to the sound of Kannada, the musicality of the language. Every language has its own innate musicality. Maybe this thing helped me do that. I also started writing. All spelling mistakes were horrible in high school, but I did a good job. I really wrote, by the end of 10th standard, I wrote a small short skit in Kannada and I directed it and we did it. And after I passed, I took science because I was supposed to become a doctor like my amma. And I also thought I will become a doctor because everybody said you become a doctor. So, but I realized that I had fallen in love with literature.
Yeah.
Poetry, everything,
You became Dr. Mamta Sagar.
That was later. Until then, I was a patient. suffering to become a doctor. I realized that I don't, and and when after in my 12th, I came to Bangalore. We shifted to Bangalore. The entire family. My parents were from Bangalore. They went there and they came back. So I grew up in Sagar. But after I came back, this teacher would write a postcard to me. I have those postcards. He would completely fill it, writing to me and asking me to send whatever I write.
Amazing.
And then I was published here, in Bangalore. It's a big city, coming into a big city, seeing everything. And I was in a college called NMKRV, where C.N. Mangala, another feminist, was the principal. Okay.
How does all of this play into your poetry? Because